thing. Okay, so here we are. I'm Daniel Berrio and I'm presenting my Arkanoid game. As we give to play, we have here our Arkanoid that works with its auto mode, but it also can work with this slider that is in the bottom side. It has a pause menu with a save state and a back, and we also can continue. As we can save the game and load. So as I start a new game, you see the high score is this one and the current is this one. So when I pause and I save the state, I load it. As soon as it hit the first, you see it's the current is the same, the lifetime also maintained, and so on. So for the code, we have our game manager that is not destroying, and so it's destroying other game managers in the other scenes. So it's always the same game manager. In the start, we see if there's a high score loaded in the memory, and we put it. We also have the lose health thing that is called by the ball when it hits the death zone side. You know, it's calling the lose health. So we also have the more puntuation. Each time you hit one brick, it calls the check level completed, because if it's the last one, it should look it. And the more puntuation of the game manager, that is sumi puntuation, and it's comparing the high score to the points, and if it's more, it do this. It also actualizes the both text from the text manager. It has these functions, and the game manager is calling them. Also in the lose health, it's updating the health points. Here, my bad. Yeah, the actual text, no? Blah 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 blah. We have for reset the level, it resets the ball and the player. This is for when you lose a life, and the check level completed. When win level is equal to true, this win level inherits from the brick manager. That when the brick manager ran out of children, it call it. So win level equal to true, and check level completed. So if it's in the level 1, it goes to the second, and if it's in the second, it goes to the 1 again. Okay, in the bricks I show it, the check level completed. It also has the dojo thing, that is a variable for the brick to have 2 lives instead of 1. You have the ball with its things, it stores the start position for could reset it later. It also has the collision with the dead zone that, you know, it loses health. If it loses all the lives, it's going to the game over scene and you can reset it later. Then compared to the brick, and it's gaining velocity when it hits the bricks. Later we have the player, so it detects where it's hitting the player, so it's in the left side of the player. It bounces to the left. If it's in the middle, it continues with its inertia, and if it's in the right, it goes to the right too. We have the velocity fixed, that it's called when sometimes along the code, if you can see, this makes the code when the ball hits 0 velocity in one axis, the next bounce it gains some velocity. You have here. And then the reset and start ball is for this shit. And we have the player script that has its target X for the auto mode. No, this is for the slider. And the auto mode, it's so similar. I just reused the code, but with the target of the ball. It takes the X of the ball, does a new vector 2, and move position. This was for moving with WASD, well, actually A and D, and the arrows. There is the player and the auto mode for the bull. We have the power up that makes bigger the player, and if it hits the dead zone, it destroys. We have the text manager, the game over scene, and the JSON serializer that it's a more complex. So it has the player data thing and the file path. In the awake, we store the file path to see where's the thing. If it exists, it does nothing, but if it doesn't exist, it creates a folder where it stores the JSON file. We have the serializer that stores the variables, then it converts it to JSON, and this write it in the JSON thing, in the JSON, not the script, the file, in the JSON file. For the serialize, the same one. First we read of the JSON file and convert it to a string in JSON terms. Later we load data, we do a player data, we load data, and from this is converting this JSON thing into a game object with its parameters for the scene, for the variables. The camera feed bounds is actually to make the camera fit into the limits. So as you can see, we can go in a new game and change the dispositive, and it maintains. And also, if we rotate this camera, it's maintaining its thing. You can rotate it. Okay. And this is it. The game manager, you have seen it, and the pause. The pause have some things. It's update to detect if you are pressing escape, or you have also the UI for the pause button for the mobile thing. The pause game, the resume game, that now is set on 4 for the video, but it should normally be in 1. The back to menu and the exit for closing the game. So this was also we have some sound effects that I will put in a little video shortcut.